This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV. We're still in Riyadh. I've managed to track down Mr. Quinton Rampage Jackson after... was I bothering you today? I thought, like, am I annoying him? It's Sunday. Am I, like, aggravating this man by asking for an interview? But you were pretty cool about it, to be honest with you.
You know, I like cool people. You was cool when we did the interview, even though you didn't cut that part out where I asked you to cut out. You know what I'm saying? You knew I kind of wanted you to cut that shit out when that rude guy was asking your cameraman questions while we was filming. You know, one thing you gotta know about me, I can't deal with rude people, bro. I don't like rude people.
I did tell you that we was going to leave it in, though, in my defence. I did say to you that we like to just not really edit shit, and we just like to, we use that word raw, we like to just put it in, you know.
You did kind of say that, but I kind of thought you was half joking around.
Okay, well, a bit of miscommunication. Are you all right with that clip that's everyone kind of on my social is kind of talking about?
Yeah, it's cool. It is what it is. I just don't want Buster Douglas old ass trying to follow me around looking for me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I respect my elders, but you know, like I said before, I don't like rude people, and he was kind of rude. I know he didn't recognize who I was, which is fine. I'd be surprised if he recognized who he is in his own mirror. You know. But that being said, you know, somebody said, "Hey, Buster Douglas, how you doing? Big fan." He could at least just said, you know, that's what I do. Is somebody, you know, doing something, they say, "Hey, Rampage," if it's like that type of, you know, instance where you could just be cool and keep it moving. You just wait. You just acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying? It could be anybody. A kid, it could be a homeless guy. It could be anybody. "Hey, Rampage, big fan," and they positive stuff like, "Oh," you know, and you keep it moving. You don't have to stop and talk to everybody because it's hard. You know what I'm saying? We only get 24 hours in a day, and you had a big event like that, and there's a lot of fans around, and people want to talk to you and socialize, so it's hard to do. But where we were standing, he was walking by and everything, and all he had to do was just nod or do anything.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah. I think he may have not heard you. I don't know. But he was quite kind of close, so I don't know.
You never know, but he could be like going deaf. I'm serious. We don't know, and I apologize to Buster Douglas, you and your family, and whoever that might got offended by what I said. But you know what I'm saying? I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I keep it real. I stand behind almost everything I say. I beat that old ass if you disrespect me again,
Mr. Jackson. Okay, so just for a bit of context, we interviewed 40 people within the boxing and MMA world this week in Riyadh. One person said that Ngannou, I'm not going to do the accent you did because you did it better, Ngannou would knock Tyson Fury out. Now, that didn't quite happen, but the way the fight played out last night, you were the closest to your prediction than a lot of people just going with the flow of just saying Fury was going to win. So you must have either, I don't know whether you just said it because you're backing the MMA guy, or I don't know whether you said it because you truly believed that Ngannou was going to produce something last night.
Real talk, I was surprised that Tyson made it past the fourth round. Ngannou is one of the baddest men on the planet, one of the hardest punchers on the planet right now, and I know one of his coaches, Dewey Cooper, and I've been watching Francis train on social media and stuff like that, and I talked to Dewey, and I saw what Mike Tyson was saying about him. He's trained with Mike Tyson. The guy never had a boxing match and stuff, anything before, but I knew it. I know he has knockout power, and I knew that he prepared for this fight and he took it 100% serious. It wasn't just a money grab for him. And Francis has a big heart, and even, you know, the guy is so humble. You guys don't know what he's capable of. He's not gonna talk about himself in the way most fighters talk about themselves. And you know, I think that one of the main reasons why Tyson Fury even got the decision, you know, no disrespect to anybody, because I understand that if I was a promoter and stuff, it makes sense because of what's his name, Alexander Usyk. Usyk. So I think Francis. I apologize. I think Tyson Fury should write Alexander Usyk a love letter thanking him for signing that contract before his fight with Francis because he got the W. I know a lot of people counted Francis out, but honestly, on paper, Francis should have lost. On paper, he's going up against the best boxing heavyweight in the world. One of the best that we've seen in a long time. And if you put all the greats together, I think Tyson Fury can still, hold up and can still, be up there with all the greats. I'm talking about from Vander Holyfield to Mike Tyson to George Foreman, Buster Douglas, old senile ass, all of them. I think that if they was all fighting in the heyday all together, I think Tyson Fury would still be up there with the greats. 'Cause he's that good. So on paper, yeah, I understand why nobody picked Francis Ngannou but me, because I know I'm an MMA fighter. I know we bring a different energy. Let's go all the way back to the Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor fight. No one expected for Conor McGregor to do as well as he did against Floyd. Now you can hardly compare the two. Floyd is like the best boxer. He's undefeated, right? Floyd was best in his weight class, and Conor McGregor he wasn't the best MMA fighter in his weight class, but he's a damn good MMA fighter, right? And he still did a great job. He lost in the end because Floyd had a great game plan, and Mayweather couldn't hang with the experience, but he made us proud. He did a good job, and MMA is really proud with Francis right now. We're very proud with him. We all consider that a victory, and I would like for the boxing fans now, y'all have to start respecting us MMA fighters now, just off Francis's back, just off the work that he did this weekend out here in Saudi Arabia. The MMA community, the MMA fighters, the MMA fans, all we want from you boxing people, we want y'all respect now.
Do you go as far as saying that you believe that Francis Ngannou was robbed last night?
Yes, I'm going to say right here, in my own words, that I feel, in my opinion, I feel like Francis Ngannou should have got the win because it was a close fight. If you look at points and stuff like that, I don't know how the judges score. Like I said, I'm just an MMA guy. I don't know a whole lot about boxing, but I know a lot about fighting. If you look at the people's faces, Tyson Fury's face looked like he had a fat girl sitting on him for a couple rounds. Fat girl sitting on his face for a couple rounds. Big fat one, like 300, 400 pounds. Y'all seen those videos of big fat women come and just jump on your face. Some of y'all fans watching this right now, y'all know what I'm talking about. I know some of y'all into that shit, that weird shit. That's what Tyson Fury's face looked like. Like he's into the whatever they call it. I know you know what they call it. It's a name for it. What they call it when the fat women just be jumping on you and stuff. Don't act like he trying to act like he don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's how bad his face.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay, off camera he did a wink. I don't know what you call that term. And then look, and then he got cut. He got dropped. He got outpowered. Francis threw more power shots, I think, and he hit him to the body a lot. And Tyson Fury did like a fish out of water. You can tell that he underestimated Francis, and Francis just showed class. The only thing that Francis did that didn't show class is when he dropped him, he got in his face, which is fine though, because there's a lot of emotions out there. I wish he hadn't done that so the referee could count and stuff like that. But it is what it is. But I would say that Francis won by 2 rounds. I think he won by 2 rounds. But I knew that if it went to the judges, it was going to be a high percentage that they would give it to Tyson. And so I wish that Francis would have dropped him one more time, then it would have been decisive. It would have been hard to give it to Fury, because we've seen this before. When Fury fought Deontay Wilder the first time, and he got knocked out, and he was down for longer than 10 seconds. Can't nobody tell me different. Even though I'm not a boxer, can't nobody tell me different. But that's when I became a big fan of Tyson. Did you know that? I'm a huge fan of Tyson. Did you know that?
Well, I do now.
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, I'm a huge fan of Tyson Fury from the Deontay Wilder fight, when he got knocked out and he rose up like the Undertaker and came back and won. What was that? What was that first fight? Was it a split decision, or it was a draw? The first.
It was a majority draw, I think.
Yeah.
It was a split draw and majority draw. I can't remember, but obviously it was a draw. Yeah.
Yeah. So he came back to fight to a draw. It shows a lot of heart and everything. And I said this to myself. I said, if Francis don't knock him out, Tyson can come back and still win the fight. I said it to Frank Mir. Because we did like a, we had our thoughts on the fight before, and then Frank Mir posted it on his page. So I told her to Frank Mir that Tyson Fury is still dangerous even if you drop him. But I understand why boxers could be a bit biased and say, Tyson Fury won that fight. But when it's a fight and when it's close like that, I don't know how the last judge that gave it what 96 to 93 or something like that. Yeah, I don't know how the judge. I don't know what he was scoring, because if you watch a fight, Fury was moving back more, and Ngannou, he was putting up more pressure, and he was like the aggressor in most of the fight. So in MMA, when you're the aggressor in the fight, and it's close, like the aggressor wins.
Just going back to the knockdown in that third round, I'm assuming you wasn't surprised to see that happen. I mean, we've seen a Fury being knocked down before, from years ago, from Steve Cunningham to, 3 or 4 times over the course of 3 fights with Deontay Wilder. So we've seen that situation before, but I'm assuming that didn't surprise you at all to see Ngannou drop Fury.
No, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't shocked. I knew it was going to happen. And that punch that he dropped him with wasn't even like a solid punch. I wish Francis would have landed a really solid punch. I was waiting for Francis to pull out that uppercut, because that boy got an uppercut from hell. You know what I'm saying? If Francis would have landed that uppercut on Fury, his career would have been over. His career would have been over. He probably never would have mentally recovered from that. And speaking on that, I'm curious to see how Fury's mindset is now. I'm saying this with all respect, because you guys got to understand, I do respect Tyson Fury, and I am a huge fan of his. But I was a fan of, you guys know how it is, I was a fan of Francis Ngannou before that, and he's an MMA guy, he's like a Conrad. So I'm curious to see how Tyson Fury is going to deal with that fight, because when we fight, guys, for you fight fans, for the people who never stepped foot in the ring and never stepped foot in the cage, you other guys, you guys know what I'm on about, but the guys that never actually done it, when we fight, whether we win or lose, we know exactly in our hearts if we won or not. We don't really need judges to tell us that. I remember there's been fights before I had in Japan when right after the fight I kind of thought I lost, but
pride, yeah,
yeah, and they won. Before I had to watch back the fight, I just felt like I lost, and I didn't want to accept the win, and I want to give my trophy to the guy. He was like, no, you won that. Then I went back and watched the fight later, and then I said, okay, I see how they gave it to me. But deep down, I was still thinking like, man, I think that this Ninja won the fight, and for us, I understand that you gotta, like, when you win, you don't want to go against the judges. You got to act like, okay, I won, blah, blah, blah. But deep down, we know when we lost. So as a fighter, I'm thinking Tyson Fury really know that he lost this fight to a boxer, well, a MMA fighter, his pro debut in boxing, a whole different sport, something that he's never done before. And me being the best in the world, and I'm fighting this guy that never did my sport before, and they call it the baddest, the baddest. So I think now Tyson Fury should go and fight Francis in MMA. to see who really is the baddest.
Well, Tyson Fury made some comments prior to the Ngannou fight, saying that at some point he would fight Ngannou or Jones in a cage. He didn't make those comments, but obviously the Usyk situation ties him up for the immediate future. But you're saying you'd like to see that, to see the reverse. And yeah, well, it'd be in Ngannou's favour, like this was meant to have been in Fury's favour.
Yeah, I agree. It would be in Ngannou's favor, but that's only fair. Like Ngannou came out of his comfort zone and fought a whole different sport, but you know, it was a great fight. It was a really good fight. The whole card was good, and I was blown away by the atmosphere and the whole production. I've always said that Pride in Japan always had the best pre-fight productions and the best show, and Saudi Arabia and here, they blew that out of the water. I don't think no one else can compete, and I was happy to be there and happy to be sitting front row and the fight, and I love all the Saudi fans out here. The atmosphere and everything was great.
Sorry.
The interviewer got a bunch of hairballs over here. He might have to edit some stuff. He over here coughing up a lung, and then when he coughed one time, I saw a bunch of pubes jumping out his mouth. You been eating some hairy muff while you out here in Riyadh?
Yeah. Ignore what Rampage Jackson is talking about right now. Where were we, sir? Do you remember where you left off? Before you were talking about,
yeah. I was really impressed with the show and everything out here. I'm looking forward to coming out here and fighting. I want to come out here and fight. You know, Francis is giving me a lot of inspiration as an MMA guy that wants to do boxing. I've been wanting to box for years. I asked Dana White years ago when I was in my heyday, like, let me get some boxing fights, and before I get too old like Buster Douglas, I want to go and do some boxing fights.
How do you think you'd fare against heavyweights in boxing today?
If I'm gonna keep it real, I have to keep it real. This is how I am. It depends on which heavyweight they give me. You know what I'm saying? They give me a monster after back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I was gonna do. Like, say, I'm gonna keep it real. Say if my first fight would have been against Tyson Fury, there's no doubt that there's no doubt that everybody would have thought the same thing, that Tyson would blow me out the water and stuff like that. And he's a lot bigger than me and arms are long and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that there would be a tough fight for me to take my first time, but the only advantage that I would ever have is the same advantage that Francis Ngannou had, that we get underestimated, right? So I don't think that I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, I beat the best heavyweights in boxing and stuff right now. No, I would like to have a warm-up fight with Shannon Briggs' old ass, you know what I'm saying, beat his old ass, and then see where I go from there. There's talks that Lennox Lewis might want to get in the ring with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll go up against Lennox Lewis' old ass, you know what I'm saying, and most likely beat his old ass. And you know what? I'll tell you what, since I'm old and shit, just give me all the old motherfuckers right now first. Give me all the old.
Yeah, but you're not that old. You're 45. You're not like 60, are you?
No, yeah. Oh, I'm not that old.
Well, I'm 42, but you definitely look older than me though, so. Well, you are older than me, so it's not. I didn't really say anything. No? You look 35. You look 29, man.
This guy. Hey, you know what? Karma, I guess. I'm over here calling Buster Douglas old, and this guy's like 3 minutes younger than me, saying I look older than him.
Okay, well listen, I do appreciate your time. Do you know what I was just thinking as you were talking? Have you? When's the last time you went to England?
I was in Blackpool not too long ago, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. I went out there to do some type of autograph signing with some pro wrestlers and some MMA fighters and stuff. And I visited my boxing coach, Bobby Rimmer, and I got to go see Brian Rose. And he opened up a bar down there in Blackpool, and went to go check out his bar. It was really, he got a really cool sports bar. I was like, okay, Brian Rose, I see you.
Okay. Have you ever been out in London or Essex?
I've been to London. I've been to Warrington. I've been to Liverpool. I like Liverpool. It reminds me a lot of Memphis. I've been to Manchester. I like Manchester. I ain't never been to Essex. I heard Essex is pretty cool. I haven't been there.
I live in Essex. That's why I mentioned Essex. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to Essex. I've been to Wigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met a lot of Wiggers in Wigan though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think next time you come there and come out to Essex, that's where yeah. So.
Hey, so how the Judies in Essex? I heard Essex got the best Judies in England. Is that true? Judy.
Judies.
Oh, y'all call them Julies? The girls.
Doris's.
Huh?
Doris's.
No, I never heard that one.
Yeah.
What's it?
That's a Doris over there. No, not over there right now, but yeah, Doris's.
Oh, I thought they was called like Julies or Judies.
Oh, like me Julie.
Oh, Julie. Oh, okay, it's a Julie.
Yeah, that's something from like Ali G. You know Ali G. Yeah. So that's something that he used to say. Me Julie. That's I think that came originally from over there. But there's lots of different terms at home that we use.
Do you use bird?
Birds.
Birds. Do you use slag?
Whoa, not really. That's like a different context. Like
this is my slag over there.
No, we
I
wouldn't say
really
that.
love this slag.
No.
I'm in love with this slag. I make love to this slag every day.
No, because women would find that horrendously offensive. So you can't really go hi slags. You couldn't do that because no, because that will go down very badly.
You don't call them slags.
No. Definitely not in England. You wouldn't. I don't know what it's like wherever else in the world, but you wouldn't go up to like if you see a group of like attractive women, you wouldn't go like hi slags. Just I wouldn't do that.
Oh, that's not. No. So somebody told me wrong. Somebody tried to set me up, huh?
Did somebody tell you to say that? That's horrendous. Whoever done that, honestly, like
I gotta go fight somebody. If y'all see me on the news for beating up a British guy, y'all know what happened. Yeah. He told me like, yeah, man, you want to chat a bird up? Like, hey, what's up? What a beautiful slag. Now, come on, let me get your phone number.
No, whoever said to say that? That's horrendous. Honestly, you wait and see the comments now. People will be like, whoa, that's wild. Like you would never go up to someone.
Is he because the other guy's my mate.
No. Trust me.
I gotta trust you.
100%.
The other guy's my mate. But he is from Liverpool.
He's from Liverpool. He's definitely winding you up.
Okay. I that's fair.
Yeah, definitely don't call him that. That's not. Yeah, but that's like a derogatory term, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, that indicates that person what we'd call loose at home. Yeah, so it's not a nice thing to say. Yeah,
a loosey goosey.
Yeah,
a loosey goosey. How close is Essex to London?
Not far, like border, like literally, like it could be depending what part of London, but you could be in London from Essex in 40 minutes. Yeah.
Man, you know what? One time I was there and I was out there training stuff for a while, and the girl was a very nice girl, and she started calling me Cockney. Like, oh, you a Cockney? You a Cockney? I'm like, I'm not a Cockney. I'm not from London. She said, no, I know you're not from London, but I call you a Cockney. I'm like, why you call me a Cockney? She said, because your cock is hanging to your knee.
Do you know what a Cockney is, though? I know that she used that term, or whatever, but do you know what a Cockney is?
It's somebody from London, right?
Yeah.
Right?
They talk in a certain way. It's like a different dialect.
They the ones be saying like, I'm going up the apples and pears.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Apples and pears stairs, and I'd say to you, all right, me old china plate.
Oh, it's like
yeah, sorry, like china plate, one of them. Yeah, mate. China plate, mate.
They do the rhyme, and that's a Cockney.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she confused the hell out of me. I was like, oh damn, okay, I didn't know I was a Cockney. Now I know. Okay.
Yeah. I'll take you out when you're in England next. I'll take you out in Essex, but please behave yourself.
What do you mean, bro?
Just please behave yourself.
Do I come off as like an asshole or something like that?
No, you come across as literally over the last few days you've come across great, but your perception is that you're a bit of a wild guy, isn't it? That's true, isn't it?
No. Honestly, I'm not.
Like you're hilarious, and you're obviously a bit of a psychopath, but you're a nice guy. You are a nice guy.
Okay, let me break it down for you guys so you guys can not get the wrong idea about me. In front of the cameras and stuff like this, and chill, you know, I feel like I can be my true self. Like where I'm from, my culture in Memphis and my family, we all like to laugh and joke around. Like if you guys saw me with my parents and my dad, even my mom and everybody, we just slag each other off. That's a word, right?
You can use that. That was perfect for that. Slag each other off in that context, perfect.
So that means we slut each other off.
No, it's a different. Slag each other off is like.
See, y'all confusing me.
Yeah, no, it's just a different way. Like if I say to you just quickly, I heard you've been slagging me off. That means you've been saying bad things about me. Yeah. But it's used in a more appropriate way, not just to go up to random women and call them slags.
Okay, see, that's why I was confused, and the guy knew that because he's like, so "You slagging me?" I thought it was like the girls are nice, they're funny, and they're fun people, and they make fun. So anyway, my hometown, we like to joke around and laugh. And me, my name is Rampage. I didn't give myself a fight nickname. You know, my cousin gave me that name when I was a kid. And I'm not going to go all into it. And a lot of people just assume that since I started fighting, I call myself Rampage, and that's not the case. I'm the nicest guy on the planet, and I like to laugh and joke around, but there's a reason behind because, honestly, I have the worst temper on the planet. So I have to keep myself in a good, positive mood and keep laughing and you know, keep joking around and stuff like that because, like I said before, I don't like rude people. And say you and I become good mates, and which I could tell that it could probably happen because you're a cool dude. You got good energy.
China plates.
Yeah, we become China plates. And say we out hanging with the boys, having a drink, picking up on the Julies, and somebody come and step on your foot and you say, hey, say excuse me, and he turns to a bully and like spit in your face or try to fight you or something, and you being my China plate, I'm gonna bust his face up like a China plate. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? Like if he would have done it to me, if he stepped on my shoe and spit on my face, I would have been like, oh, okay, man, I don't want to kick your ass today. I'll take the spit, and it's happened. I'll take the spit, wipe away, do anything not to kick his ass, right? But if somebody did that to my friend, my mate, I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm gonna send him to the hospital. That's weird, right? You would think that if somebody spit in my face, that I'd be ready to kill him. But I have less self-composure for when somebody try to hurt my friends or be rude to my friends. And so I know I joke around and stuff on camera. I like to laugh. I like to make the people laugh. I like to pretend like I'm a comedian. And people think that I'm this way off camera and stuff all the time. I am with my friends and stuff like that, but most of the times when I get around people I don't know, I'm shy as fuck. I'm quiet as hell. I'm very socially awkward. I don't like today. This weekend has been wild. I've been around all these legends and celebrities and stuff like that. I get quiet and I go off in my own little corner and stuff like that. And, you know, I don't mix well with celebrities. Like I've done movies and stuff, been around like super famous people and stuff like that. And I just feel weird. I'm like, oh, I'd rather go off and be with my friends or be in a corner playing video games. You know, because I am a big kid, but I can fuck a motherfucker up though when it's time.
Okay. Well, listen. Again, I do appreciate your time, Mr. Jackson. Has been rather, insightful. And, I'm not saying you got it completely right, but you were kind of the nearest person to kind of back your man Francis yesterday to, obviously it didn't play out decision-wise in his favour. But, you were the closest kind of person, so.
If I was a betting man, which I've never bet on any fight ever, I would like to. I just don't know how. I was going to bet 10K on Francis, and now I'm kind of glad that I didn't because of how it turned out. But I really wholeheartedly believe that Francis was going to knock him out, and you know it was like no doubt in my mind. I always, you know, in a fight anything can happen. I knew it was a chance that there's a big chance that Tyson Fury was going to win, you know, and outsmart him, outpoint him. I was nervous that Francis was going to play into Tyson's Fury style, his game plan with the whole boxing. I kind of wanted Francis to go full throttle on like MMA because we're used to 5-minute rounds. But yeah, I wasn't surprised that Francis did as well as he did. I was just surprised that Francis didn't really get that knockout shot. But I'm gonna tell you this: I would like to see Francis do more boxing. He's good at MMA, but quite honestly, MMA don't at this level don't pay as much as boxing. A lot of people got it wrong. A lot of MMA fighters make good money. I made good money in my MMA career, especially in the big league like UFC and stuff like that. But when it comes to the top boxers, the top MMA fighters don't get paid like the top boxers. But a lot of MMA fighters get paid better than a lot of boxers. If you guys can understand, like boxing has given MMA a bad name that we don't make that much money. A lot of MMA fighters are millionaires, but we just don't get the $30 million. We don't get the $100 million paydays. But think about this: say if the top MMA fighter was making 15 million with the pay-per-views and everything, it's not unheard of. A lot of MMA fighters making like at least 15 million, right? The top guys, but they can fight 5 times a year. You know what I'm saying? Boxers don't really, they won't fight 5 times a year. MMA guys can fight 5 times a year because MMA is safer than boxing. A lot of fans don't know that. Boxing is very dangerous. Very dangerous for your brain and everything. You know, look at these old boxers like Buster Douglas. He can't even really talk. He can't even really recognize himself when he brushes teeth in the mirror. You know, not being disrespectful, but it's just part of it. It's true. If you take a lot of shots to your head, you take a lot of. Look at Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe be hitting me up on Instagram, and he be sending me voice messages and stuff like that. And I love Riddick Bowe, but I'm like, I don't understand him. I don't understand what he's trying to say. And he want to fight me and stuff. And I couldn't look at myself in the mirror if I even land one punch to the guy's head, because in boxing you get knocked down. They give you a eight count, you know, and then you can go and fight again. Doctors say when you get knocked down and dropped and stuff like that, it's like you getting a concussion. And in MMA, you get dropped like that, you know, the fight's over. Like, so if there was an MMA fight, the fight would have been over. Tyson would have lost. And so that's why boxing is less safe than MMA. So a lot of MMA fighters are making a lot of money. But respect to boxing for paying well and treating their fighters well. So boxing, MMA guys, I just want you guys to know, we respect you guys. We respect the boxing world. I really do respect you guys. But we need y'all to put some respect on our name.
Quinton, thank you very much for your time. Yeah, safe travels back to the US, and no doubt at some point we'll catch up again soon, my friend.
All right, my friend. Hopefully see you soon. Next time we're at a fighting event, just say hello. You the man. Take care of your health. Quit coughing up hairballs. You know, take care of that. You know, at least make them shave before you go downtown, brother. You know, I don't know how y'all be doing it in Essex and everything, but yeah, I never seen a man cough up a whole like big ball of fur before. Fur ball. That's your new nickname. Fur ball.
Thanks for that. Quinton, thank you very much. We'll catch up again soon.
All right.